Hey guys, welcome to TFL's coverage of the Chicago Auto Show, and we're starting out with the brand new Ford Expedition here right before the opening of the Chicago Auto Show. And what can we tell them, Nathan?
Well, it's a 2018 model. It's going to have a 10-speed transmission, a brand new EcoBoost engine, aluminum on the outside, and that's about it.
Yeah, I really tried to get all the numbers from the Ford guys. Well, let's cut to that video.
Yeah.
First of all, let me have your surname for the record.
Sure, Craig Patterson,
And Craig, what's your title?
Large Utility Marketing Manager.
And behind us is the newest and the largest utility,
Yeah.
the Expedition. So let's start with the basics. What platform is it built on?
So it's roughly built on the F-150, so we share a lot of componentry with that, but it is a unique frame and a unique rear suspension.
And it's got, I heard, the most powerful powertrain. Have you released numbers yet?
We have not quite released numbers yet. We will continue on with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost,
Yep.
but we'll have more power, more efficient, plus mated to a 10-speed transmission.
So like the new F-150?
Yes.
Now I've heard 400 horsepower.
So, not releasing specifications yet.
All right, so what's the story? What's the big news?
What's the big news? It's all new. That's the great news, right?
Yeah.
So for the first time in over 15 years, it is all new, inside and out. So it's the smartest, most capable, and most adaptable Expedition ever. And we've got, it's bigger but lighter because of the aluminum.
So out of all the numbers we wish we could give you, we can give you one, which is this is a 300-pound lighter vehicle, and that's primarily because its exterior is covered in aluminum instead of steel.
How much has it lost? How much pounds?
So net, it's around 300, depending on which series you're in, and which is remarkable. I mean, obviously there's a lot more weight savings when you go from steel to aluminum than that, but we reinvested it in increasing the passenger carrying capacity as well as some of the other capabilities that we put into the vehicle.
All right, let's go over the numbers you won't tell me, but I'll have to go over them anyway. So,
Yes.
Fuel economy,
So not quite yet. better than we are today.
towing capacity,
So not quite yet ready, but again, better than we are today.
horsepower, torque.
Yep, same. Same.
You can tell me about the 10-speed, right?
So we can tell you about the 10-speed, absolutely.
And what other number can you tell me about?
Well, I can go through all the connectivity.
Yeah.
So we have 6 USB ports, so 2 in the front row, 2 in the second row, 2 in the third row, plus 4 12-volt outlets, a 110-volt, and wireless charging. So basically, no matter what seat you're in, you have access to power.
And you've got the newest version of Sync, I take it.
We have the newest version of Sync plus Sync Connect, so that's our embedded modem, which allows you to have Wi-Fi and connect up to 10 devices in the vehicle. If you have the family entertainment system, whatever's playing on those screens, you can use the Wi-Fi in the vehicle to play that on other devices. So if you've got a tablet in the third row and you want to watch it.
Now, obviously the big story is the interior, and it's an all-new, very luxurious interior. One of the things I'm thrilled about is the fact that they now have padding here, which they didn't have before. But this is the big story for me, and that is the fact that we have a rotary gear lever. I guess you'd call it a rotary knob, which is all new. Here's the drive mode down here, which has 2 high, the button, 4 low, 4A, I think that's automatic, and then you can lock the rear diff. And that's all controlled from here. Now there's one more. Now we've used this knob before in the Ford F-150, and it is to help you when you're backing up a trailer. You turn this, and it helps you figure out where to go because it actually turns the front wheels. Pretty cool.
Now, I noticed there was an Explorer over there, over your right shoulder, and this has a very similar design language. Was that on purpose?
Yes, it was. We're trying to bring Expedition a little bit away from truck and a little bit into the SUV family, is make it a natural evolution for those Explorer customers. So the big drive for all the growth in SUVs is all being driven by boomers and millennials. Millennials, #1 selling SUV for Ford, for millennials, is Explorer. As those older millennials, kids get older, we expect them to graduate to Expedition.
Now this, folks, is the brand new Ford Explorer. Look at that front end. Keep it in mind. Now look at this. This is the brand new Expedition. And what you're gonna notice is that they went away from the trucky front end that looked a little bit more like the F-150, and now it looks a lot more like the Explorer.
Why is it better than the Suburban?
So it's really the independent rear suspension is really what gets us off to a great start. So that enables a lower load floor, better cargo carrying capacity, better ride and handling, and a much better third row package. So if you've been in a Suburban or a Tahoe, the third row is very compromised because the load floor is much higher. Here, you have a much more comfortable third row seating position.
And I take it you've got things like electrically folding seats in the back, third row.
Powerful third row and second row. And we have a button on the dash to be able to dump the headrest in the third row. So once the kids get out and they leave the headrests up, you can dump those.
I thought you were going to bang them on the head when they're misbehaving.
Hadn't thought about that feature. That's a good idea.
We have folding rows, not just the rear seats, but the second row seats as well. And the controllers are right here. And not fast. But it is fully automated. Pretty cool, huh?
And what models will you have? What trim levels?
So we'll have XLT,
Yeah.
Limited, and Platinum. Platinum will be our highest series, and then XL for our fleet customers.
And I know you said you haven't released pricing, but will it be similar, close to what?
Yeah,
is
it'll be
current?
very similar to where we are today.
So you're saying you're going to have more fuel economy, better fuel economy, more power. I take it more towing at a similar price.
Right.
Is that fair?
Right. Well, you won't have the incentives in the market. So from
Right.
a pricing perspective, there's a lot of incentives that you have to have in order to drive the sales. And we expect to sell a lot more.
And here's my softball question. Obviously, you've driven it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite feature of the new car?
So my favorite feature is the Wi-Fi connectivity, and that's what my kids go nuts about, right? So they are all excited about being able to bring all their devices in and be able to use them wirelessly.
Not the new engine.
So they're not excited about that.
Tell me about the 4x4 system.
So we're continuing with a true 4x4
Yeah.
with a 2-speed transfer case. We add to that terrain management system. So the terrain management system, we have an Explorer where you have a selectable drive mode. You can go into sand mode, rocks,
So like
mud,
Explorer.
ruts like Explorer. And then there's also Eco and Sport. So there's all these different drive modes you can choose depending on what you need.
Now, in pictures I've seen, you've gone to kind of that hockey puck style of gear selector. Why'd you do that?
So to clear out the
That
area,
space,
yeah, gives you access to the media bins, gives you more room, gives you more access to the cup holders. So it's a much cleaner
And
console.
is there a low transfer here? Can you go from 4 high to 4 low?
In
In the truck, I mean, is there like a traditional low?
yes,
yeah.
yes, yeah. You have a
Okay.
2-speed transfer
Transfer,
case,
yeah.
and you can go high to low.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I was wondering about that because people looked at the photos and they said they didn't see a 4 high, 4 low.
Yeah, there's buttons next to the drive modes that they build so you can select 4 high, 4 low, or 4x2.
And of course, there's an automatic setting. I take it right. Where
Yes,
You can just select
for
where
auto.
where the truck figures out where.
Right, what it needs.
What it needs. Okay. Have I forgotten to ask any questions?
No, I think that's great.
Nathan, have I forgotten? Oh yeah. When is it available? Thank
So
you.
fall.
Fall.
Yep.
All right. And what does that mean? Can you be like fourth quarter?
Yeah.
And where's it built?
So Kentucky truck.
Okay.
So in Louisville.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You bet.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Roman.
All right, Nathan. So let's recap. We know it's going to be more powerful, probably tow more fuel efficient. At least that's what Ford says. But when is it coming?
The fourth quarter of 2017.
But when is that?
I have no idea. Probably fall.
Probably fall. Anyway, stay tuned for complete wall-to-wall coverage of the Chicago Auto Show, and go to TFL now if you haven't subscribed, because over there, click below, we're actually going to go live and do live coverage now that we can do it on YouTube. How cool is that?
That's going to be super cool, guys, so stay tuned.
And remember, click over here for another cool truck video. See you guys next time. Ciao.